Hey everyone, welcome to Bad Yogi Q&A Wednesday with me, Erin Motz, where I answer the questions that you send me via email and social media too. We're taking a bit of a different approach with the Q&A today because this question came in several different forms this week. Not sure what it was, so I just kind of compiled them all together into one semi-anonymous question. So today, our question is, I've been going through a really hard time in life lately. My schedule is incredibly busy, my family is dealing with a death, and I feel so guilty for choosing convenience over health these days. When you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, how do you find the belief that you can bounce back and find your yoga practice again, and also find your desire to eat well and treat your body right? I think so many of us have dealt with a similar issue, whether it's from a death, whether it's from being overstressed, overtired, kind of dealing with a big bad situation that happened around you and just feeling a little bit blah about the stuff that you normally do, whether it's working out, doing yoga, or eating right. So for those of you who are going through something similar, too much stress, a bad situation, whatever it is, let me just remind you that this feeling about that is temporary. And we all go through these stressful junctures in life. But the good news is that once we can figure out a way to navigate around them, we're always stronger once we get to the other side. As for tackling that feeling of guilt, this actually reminds me of a really cute story that Adrian told me about when he was a little kid. And it sounds silly and adorable, but it totally translates to how we treat our adult selves, I think. So when he was a kid, he would look around to people who smoked and think, oh my gosh, I really hope I'm not a smoker. Man, I really hope that when I grow up, I don't smoke. He thought that was such a bad habit, right? And as adults, we do this too. Like when we find ourselves stuck in a... Okay, yeah. As adults, we do this too. We find ourselves stuck in maybe a little bit of a rut, or there's the threat of a rut approaching and we think, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss my yoga practice. I don't want to start eating badly. And the fact is that if you're already considering that, you're probably not going to end up going down that road forever and ever. So if you're already considering, how can I get back on this? How do I make sure that this stays a part of my life? Chances are that's a priority for you and you don't have to worry about it being a permanent, terrible change. That being said, I think it's important to make sure that you allow yourself the time that you need, whatever that is. Maybe it's a weekend, maybe it's several days, maybe it's weeks, months. It really depends on what the situation is. But in your calendar, whether it's on your phone or in a paper calendar that you write in, set a day to just revisit your feelings about that. So whether it's, for example, us, Adrian and I being kind of very close to the attacks here in Nice this past weekend, we took that weekend just away from everything. We didn't fool ourselves into thinking that we were going to be able to devote the same amount of focus to our work and to our life that we normally do, and we just allowed ourselves to check out. Now the thing was that by Sunday or so, I already felt that, we both did, we already felt that desire to kind of get back into the swing of things, and we knew that that was the right time. So if you put a day in your calendar, if it's a week away from that time frame or more or whatever it is, revisit how you feel about the situation on that day and see if it feels right to get back into the swing of things. And if not, set a different day a little bit further out and revisit it again. So that way you're keeping yourself accountable, but you're allowing yourself the time and space you need to heal or to take whatever it is that you need to move beyond the stress. The most important thing to remember here is that our bodies and minds are incredibly adaptive and resilient. And when we have the desire to bounce back to a balanced place, we always will. So there you have it, Q&A Wednesday. I really hope that was helpful. Now let me know what you think in the comments below, and of course also let me know what you'd like to see us answer next time. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys right back here next week. Desire to bounce back, we absolutely will. To the stupid horn, really? Okay, let's try that one again. I really don't want to smoke when I get older. Wouldn't that be terrible, terrible? Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks. Speaking of you, I'm telling a story about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're in You're in the background. Bye, get out.
Don't cut that out. You show them how you treat me.
Okay.
I'm getting my water. Can I drink? Can I at least have water?
I don't approve.